If there's a place that represents Europe's migration problem, this could well be it. The land border between Greece and Turkey, divided by a wall of steel. The British Home Secretary sees a model for her government.
There's a lot that we can learn from the Greeks in their methods.
Their methods have been pretty controversial, including things like pushbacks. Is that the sort of example that we should be following?
Well, this is a global migration crisis, and tough decisions are necessary.
But as is so often the case with Suella Braverman, domestic controversy is hard to escape. Fiercely critical of a pro-Palestine march planned for Armistice Day, she says only the police can apply for a ban.
To be clear, you don't think it should go ahead?
I think I've been pretty clear that these are hate marches. I think chanting of jihad on the streets of Britain in the 21st century is utterly despicable. And I don't see how any decent person or how the vast majority of the British people can find that to be acceptable behaviour. It's sickening.
You call them hate marches. Do you think everyone on these marches is hateful, as you put it?
I think, as I say, if you've seen images of hundreds of people chanting jihad, being corralled...
So everyone, even on the fringes of these marches, is hateful?
Chanting from the river to the sea. I don't think there's any other way but to call them hate marches.
There are concerns that the Cenotaph could be targeted on Armistice Day. What action should be taken if that happens?
If anyone were to vandalise the Cenotaph, they must be put into a jail cell faster than their feet can touch the ground.
A fresh row today, plans to stop homeless people sleeping in tents, described by the Home Secretary as a lifestyle choice.
Surely this is something that people do out of desperation, not out of choice.
We will help those who are genuinely homeless. It cannot be right that parts of our cities are ruined and blighted by the sight and use of tents. There is no need to use tents for accommodation in 21st century Britain. It brings criminality, it brings drug use, it brings, in many instances, violence to communities.
But Suella Braverman will be judged, above all, on one pledge.
How do you think that pledge is going to stop the boat?
I think we're making progress, but there is more to do.
We're judging you on your terms here, and you haven't done anything like stop the boat.
I'm not claiming success at all by any means yet. We have made progress, but there is a lot more to do, and it will be pretty obvious whether we've succeeded or not.
Suella Braverman does not go on a trip abroad without attracting attention, and this was no exception. She was here to talk about immigration, but her answers were characteristically bold on a whole range of controversial domestic topics, not least pro-Palestinian marches. Remember, though, Suella Braverman is someone who wants to appeal to a chunk of the electorate and of the Conservative Party.
You're a good leader.
On a Border Force patrol, taking the captain's chair, an ambitious Home Secretary in her element. This is a Suella Braverman they want you to see. Her sights set on more than just stopping the boats. Ali Fortescue, Sky News, Samos in Greece.